Is this thing still on? It's got layers of dust. 8 months of dust. What's up? It's your boy Dynasty back at it again, discussing NetherRealm Studios' next game for the first time in a long time. How have you guys been? Hopefully you've been good, safe, healthy. As for myself, I needed to take a break. Been a long time since I took a break from creating content and streaming, so I figured kind of deserve that. Owed it to myself for my mental health, my well-being. We're back. At least I think I'm back. Maybe I'm back. Will I never post a video after this? We'll have to wait and see, but nonetheless, I'm here today and we're discussing some recent tweets made by Ed Boon. Now, obviously, over the weekend, we had I guess it was Thursday rather, the Game Awards, and though Ed Boon was in attendance, though 4 years ago, that's where we saw the reveal of Mortal Kombat 11, unexpectedly, nothing got revealed. And that was kind of like the last chance we really had for a big grand reveal anytime soon. Nothing. Nonetheless, thankfully, Ed Boon has come in clutch, though, on his Twitter like he usually has within the last couple of years. It's kind of been the only place to get teases and insight on what's to come from NetherRealm Studios, and he's been doing these Q&As over the last few months. He replies to some answers, and though he's known to be a troll, sometimes they are actually kind of insightful, so that's what was going on last night, and he pretty much spilled the beans and confirmed that within the next 6 months, we should be getting some type of announcement from NetherRealm Studios in regards to their next project. So with that said, I'll be breaking down a million Ed Boon tweets because it's quite a lot. Excitingly, it seems to be that Mortal Kombat is the next game they're working on, MK12, which has me hyped. I know for you guys who like Injustice, that's probably a bummer, but for me, I'd rather stick to Mortal Kombat, and I figure because we will be discussing tweets and how we're interpreting things, Yep, had to do it to him. I picked this up at the mall. It's the tinfoil hat 9000. Costed me $25.99 at Lids. You can pick it up yourself. But who else is doing this, man? We're doing that today, so with that said, let's go ahead and break these tweets down and let's get into it. So first things first, Ed Boon last night said, ask me stuff. And look at the amount of replies he got, 141. First things first, Roman said, can we expect a reveal for your next game soon? To that, Boon says likely. Now in parentheses, he said, by soon I mean the next 6 months. So there you go. Right there. Boom. Right there. Boom. What's in 6 months? E3. So will we see a reveal at E3? Potentially. I think it was going back to Injustice 2. We got Injustice 2 revealed like a week before E3. So doesn't necessarily mean for sure E3. It could be before, it could be tomorrow, it could be a week from now. We don't know. But within the next 6 months, it seems that it's very likely, according to Boon. In the same vein with like release date windows, this thing is noisy as heck, man. I don't know if that picks up on the mic. He was asked, will we know the title of the next game by the end of 2023? And to that he said, yes. So we've waited 4 years. We gotta wait 5. That's apparently the max limit here. Can we get a release window for the next project? To that, Boon said, I really shouldn't 23 answer that. So again, a nice tease to, you guessed it, 2023. In some capacity, the game might get released in 2023. It might just get revealed. I don't know, but sometime next year, the game's gonna be known. And I guess that's all that really matters at this point because we've been in the dark for 4 years. So there you go. Will we get anything new from NetherRealm in 2023? Again, I shouldn't answer that. 23 right in the middle, so. Could we see an announcement within 6 months? Likely. So again, just like the first tweet, seems like sometime before E3, around E3, they will have a reveal. Maybe an October release date. I'm not sure the last time they did that was maybe like MK9, I think. Maybe. They used to do October release dates, I think, way back in the day. So, hey, the very least, sometime next year, announcement. As for what this project might be, if you were hoping it was going to be some type of non-fighting game project, like a Shaolin Monks 2 or something like that, Boon was asked any projects about non-fighting games. To that, he simply attached a GIF of some crickets chirping, which essentially translates to there being nothing to say. You can interpret this in either way, as it's not happening or it's happening and you can't talk about it. I'm gonna take this as it's not happening, just crickets. Like no one sees that coming. I interpret this how you'd like. I'm taking it as this means it ain't happening. When is Mortal Kombat 12 coming out? Very blatant, right? On a day we are not allowed to talk about yet. So Reveal next year. Signs point to yes. So, at the very least, again, reveal next year. We've been mentioning E3, and again, he was asked about E3. E3 is the time to shine then, and to that he said, to reveal a game, I shouldn't answer that. So playing coy, not saying yes, not saying no, simply saying, can't answer that. Take that as you will. A tease, a hint. I think it makes the most sense at this point. Again, there's only really 2 big gaming events every year. It's the E3 and the Game Awards at this point. So if it's not one, it's got to be the other. Signs point to E3. We'll have to wait and see. Danny asks at Boon here, has breaking the 2-year release date for the next NRS project help you and your team more in getting your project to the vision that you all have been working very hard for? To that, Boon said, breaking the 2-year cycle was the result of many factors, most of which I'm not at liberty to talk about. But as you might guess, COVID and the world around us has played a role. So again, it's not that they don't want to release this stuff or be done with the game they're working on. It's just the fact that they were working remotely for like 2 years, man. And obviously, working from home is not the same as working in studio. It just makes things a lot more difficult, a lot more harder. So it is what it is. I can't be that upset. I'm just more upset the fact that this is the situation, and it's just I need a new game. It's been 4 years. From there, Boon was asked first initial of a character in the next NetherRealm Studios game, and to that, Boon said L. Liu Kang. You know, the main protagonist. Batman's with a B. Superman's with an S. He said just character, not main character. When I think of Mortal Kombat, I think of Liu Kang. There you go. DC side of things, who starts with an L off the top of my head? I couldn't tell you. I really couldn't. So, Liu Kang confirmed, MK12. Will Mortal Kombat 12 pick up where Mortal Kombat 11 left off? And to that, Boon simply said yes, which is interesting. I guess we're going to get to see the Liu Kang playing the Raiden arc, going back in time with the Great Kung Lao. That would be pretty sick. That'd be pretty cool. Will we see any 3D era characters return in Mortal Kombat 12? Yes, you will. This is a long time coming. You guys know, going back to Mortal Kombat X, I've been clamoring for 3D era characters like Havoc, Drahmin, Onaga. The list goes on and on and on. Taru, Darius. Hopefully Mortal Kombat 12, he sticks to his word here, because I think those characters are owed another chance. A lot of them just completely missed the mark, and I don't think it was because the characters suck. I just think the way they were presented at the time, a bit lackluster, but I think the potential's there. I think everybody at this point is clamoring to see some of them like Havoc. It'd be nice to see Havoc. If I get Havoc and no one else, that would be enough for me. Just saying. Speaking of 3D era characters, he was asked this. So if you could, would you remaster the 3D era? And to that, Boon said, I personally would like to do something different. Imagine MK5, 6, and 7 in 2D. 2D fighting plane, 3D era characters. It's a dream come true to me. And honestly, this is what I think Mortal Kombat 12 will consist of. And I'm trying to not get my hopes up, because at this point I have zero expectations, just because I feel like I'm jaded with all these tweets over the years. I just kind of take them for what they are now. But if we got this, and this is the direction Mortal Kombat 12 is to be taken, essentially MK11 of just 3D era characters. Oh, goodness. Give me some more combos. Take away the defense bar meter. Bruh. That will be the greatest Mortal Kombat game of all time, in my opinion. I love Deception. If I can get 2D Deception, woo, with a Conquest mode, woo, woo. A piece of my hat just broke. There you go. Confirmed. You heard it here first from the hat. The hat was giving us a signal. Will Cabal be in the next Mortal Kombat? Perhaps. There you go. Cabal fans, hey, might happen. Fujin will be in Mortal Kombat 12. Boon says not following the question, so completely ignoring the Mortal Kombat 12 request. So, but hey, he's acknowledging it in some degree. Does that mean Fujin's in MK12? On the base roster? Been a long time. I mean, MK4 was damn near 20 years ago. Base roster Fujin, MK12. It might happen. Will we see Tremor ever return in a Mortal Kombat game? Very, very likely. I love Tremor. I thought Tremor was a great DLC character back in MKX. Was kind of bummed he did not make it to the base roster of Mortal Kombat 11. With him resting a game, I think it only makes sense for our boy Tremor to drop on the main base roster for MK12, not DLC. exciting stuff. I really do like Tremor. I think he has a lot more to be explored, especially because he was a really low-key character up until, well, MKX. So that's exciting stuff. This one made me laugh pretty hysterically when I saw it initially. Will Melina be an MK12? He says, I shouldn't answer that. Boon already knows. If he says yes, if he says no, the response will be crazy just because obviously, spoiler alert, she dead. You know, obviously she a clone, but, you know, Melina's stands are real, and we gotta make sure that they don't get too angry or excited. So Boon's just playing it safe. He's not answering it. Smart here, Boon. You're smart. Will you bring back Motaro? To that, Boon said, stay tuned. Been a minute since you see Motaro. I think, what, Mortal Kombat 9, really? Before that was two-legged Motaro. Then before that was rage-inducing Motaro. If you've never seen any of my New Era videos that I was dropping left and right in the beginning of the year, whoo, me and Motaro have a great relationship with each other. And yeah, that's sarcasm. I think Motaro is probably the most broke boss in the history of Mortal Kombat, but... you know, honestly, at this point, I would not mind Motaro coming back. Hashtag FUCK Motaro. Will Scarlet be in the next Mortal Kombat? To that, Boon said can't answer that. And going back to the whole 3D era characters, we were having a discussion on Twitch last night about certain characters making a comeback from 3D era. And Meat was one character I thought would be really cool because obviously, initially a joke character back in like MK4 as like an Easter egg. Then from there, he became, what was it, a character in Armageddon? And I maybe... in between, like, Deadly Alliance as a joke character, as like an alternate skin. It's been so long, I don't remember. But regardless, Meat's a joke character, never taken seriously. I think that his moveset in Armageddon has some potential. The dude takes off his head and throws it at his opponent as a bowling ball. I think if you don't have Scarlet, you know, a blood-based character, why not have Meat, who does, like, self-mutilating as his moveset? He just, like, stabs himself, releases blood projectiles, tears off his limbs, throws it at you, eats an eyeball, gets health regen. I think that a blood-based character with like self-mutilation is kind of dark, but they can make it funny and cheesy. In the same vein as like Ash versus Evil Dead, super campy. I think Meat could be that character. I think that would be great. So if we don't get Scarlet, can we get Meat? Likelihood of seeing Reptile again. To that, Boon says good. So SAIBOT fans, Reptile fans, our boy is going to come back. If we do get Onaga in Mortal Kombat 12 as the big bad, I've been clamoring for years that hopefully Reptile can have more than just a lackey role in the story as just the lackey for Shang Tsung or Shao Kahn. It'd be nice if he followed that one ending and it was canon where he was like a vessel for the Dragon King. Let's make Reptile current gen Shujinko. Not gonna lie, this one kind of broke my heart a little bit. Drahmin coming back into that, Boon said, as a main fighter, not likely. I like Drahmin. He's one of my favorite 3D era characters. I'm assuming this might tie into the fact that maybe Drahmin and Moloch become a duo like Ferritor and MK12 because they are buddies. But man, I think Drahmin could stand on his own 2 feet. Current day, he has his mallet that spins. He's got the projectile where he throws flies. Just a grotesque character, a really random dude with a funky green mask that reminds me of the mask from Crash Bandicoot, but it is what it is. Who are you most hyped for, Reiko or Shao Kahn? To that, Boon said Reiko. So again, 3D era characters all night being talked about. I know Boon likes Shao Kahn, he's an OG. To see him be stoked for Reiko after the Mortal Kombat adaptation version of Reiko with the face tats says something. Hopefully it puts some respect on Mini Shao Kahn's name. Of course, 2022 was the 30th anniversary of Mortal Kombat, and to that, Boon was asked, MK 30th anniversary collection of older games anytime soon? And to that, Boon said no. Bummer. But been meaning to make a director's cut re-release of MK1, 2, and Ultimate, just not an upres. So he wants it to happen. It's not happening. I hope plans change. I know it's been discussed eternally several times over the last decade where teams have came in, worked on Trilogy remakes, etc., and it's gotten the green light. They've been stopped. Boon's wanted it for a long time. Again, this would have been the perfect time to release it, but it is what it is. I think there's even rumors that essentially back in Mortal Kombat 11, it was also planned as well. So like there was always plans to do like a remaster of some sort for these older games. It just never comes to fruition. And I hope it does, because honestly, at this point in time, I don't know how you even play these older games unless you hop on like Xbox 360. I think you have like the Mortal Kombat HD arcade collection. But the netcode's not the best, and obviously it's just a port. So it would be nice to see not just an up-res, but an actual re-release director's cut. I think that would be really cool. A whole remake. That'd be dope. Speaking of remastering Trilogy, can you remaster Mortal Kombat Trilogy? To that, Boon said, we certainly can, but I don't think the chances are high. I personally would rather remaster MK1, 2, and 3, applying everything, decades of experience and learning to those 3 ultimate titles. So I had to take off the hat. It was falling apart. Like me waiting for another Mortal Kombat game, just falling apart here. So the next few questions are not Mortal Kombat based, they are Injustice based. Of course, seems like that's not too likely to be dropping anytime soon. He was asked, will we get Beast Boy in the next Injustice game? And honestly, I think in my personal opinion, Beast Boy is like the most in-demand DC character to not be featured in the series. Going back to Injustice 1, Injustice 2, there was one character that did not make the final cut. It was Beast Boy that everybody wanted. Say what you will about animating his morphs and stuff like that and how hard it would be to make his gameplay pull it off. I think it should happen, and I think Boon wants it to happen too, because look at that. If we make another Injustice game, I would say likely. Scary thing is he puts F here. So even Boon is questioning the likelihood of us making another Injustice game here. I say us, but I mean NetherRealm. Could this be a red herring and the next game is Injustice 3 and he's just acting like, well, it's not happening? I don't know, but seems like Mortal Kombat really is the next game, which I'm excited for. Injustice fans, I'm sorry, but it is what it is. This guy just simply said Injustice 3 to ask me stuff. Boon goes, it's something I hope we get to make. So again, does not seem too hopeful, honestly. It's falling apart. Just like the Injustice franchise. Will we ever see another MK versus DC? I doubt it. And in case you were wondering if these are real hints, when asked, can we get some hints? Boon said, well, you've been getting them, so. It's gonna, what will it look like by the end of this video? What would it look, I don't even, fuck, man. We got some love for Ash Williams as well. He was asked, will Ash Williams ever be in Mortal Kombat? Also, will Leatherface ever return? Def my favorite guest. So that's no response to the Leatherface answer, or question rather. Did say I should really try to get the okay to explain the Ash situation. So by all accounts, it seems like pretty much licensing stuff fell through. Money. It is what it is. But I do hope one day we get like an actual confirmation about what happened, what went wrong. Because at one point in time, your boy was really excited to get Ash Williams in Mortal Kombat 11. But considering that I didn't play much of MK11 online and stuff compared to like previous Mortal Kombat games, it might have been a good thing. It might have been a good thing. Especially if the next game is going to be GOAT tier and have 3D era characters in 2D. Ash Williams versus Meat. I can get behind that. Speaking of guest characters, he was asked chances of Michael Myers being in the next Mortal Kombat game. Boon said slim. We wanted him, but Halloween people said no. So, sorry Halloween fans, but licensing stuff, holding it back from happening. That's kind of a bummer because you've had everybody but Michael. There you go. These are essentially all the tweets worthwhile from Ed Boon last night. With the next 6 months, it seems like we're gonna get an announcement of some type. Again, is it E3? Seemingly, it could be before E3, it could be tomorrow, it could be a week from now. Well, probably not likely the next couple of weeks, but the next couple months maybe. Will it be released next year? Yeah, it could be an October release date. Again, I know like Mortal Kombat 11 got revealed in December. The game dropped in May, so 4 or 5 months span between reveal and release. I could definitely see them revealing at E3 and saying the end of 2023, but I could also see them saying, oh, actually a whole nother year. So 2024 release would kind of suck, but I don't think it'll be 2024 release date window. I really don't. I really do think that it'll probably drop sometime at the end of next year. I could be entirely wrong. I think I'm wrong, but with them ending the typical cycle of April, May releases, I do think that it gives us a chance to see something get switched up like the release date. So I'm hoping for October, November next year. But again, this is just me with my pink tinfoil Spurs hat. There it is. This is what it looks like at the end of the video. But anyways, I love you guys. Thank you so much for watching this video. It's been a long time since I got to sit down and kind of just shoot the shit and read some Ed Boon tweets. Boon, if you're watching this, I'm sorry if I interpreted any of these tweets wrong. Please do not quote tweet me on Twitter and roast me like you did 3 years ago. My tinfoil hat was on, so, you know, don't take it too serious. But there you go, guys. What do you think of these recent tweets made by Ed Boon? Are you expecting to see a reveal of some type within the next 5-6 months? Are you thinking E3 makes the most sense? Do you think we gotta wait even longer than that? Do you think that this is all just smoke and mirrors and actually Injustice 3 is around the corner and it's not in Mortal Kombat game? In Mortal Kombat game. A Mortal Kombat game? Let me know in the comment section down below. Of course, if you missed me, please drop a like. I will be streaming on Twitch a lot more often than ever. So if you've not followed me on Twitch, I will be doing that. I think last night I streamed for like 4 hours, some old Mortal Kombat 3D era games. So if you guys are interested in seeing some more of your boy in your life, links down below to that. Thank you guys so much for all the kind words and wishes over the last few months. Initially, I wanted to sit down and make a video thanking you guys for all the support since I've been gone, but I'll throw it at the end of this video here because I don't want to really dwell too much on it because, you know, it is what it is. I needed a break. I hadn't taken a break in like 10 years of content creation. Needed to get my brain, my mental, some juice, some creative juices flowing, and sitting here every day and making content was just melting myself. So I needed it. And hopefully you guys understand. I know you do. So thank you to the real ones who reached out and checked up on me. I really do appreciate it a ton. Love you so much. And until next time, been your host, been Dynasty. Guys, please take care, stay safe. Mortal Kombat 12 seems to be the next game, and I'm excited. Love you guys. Thank you so much for coming back. I'm alive. Peace.